Hello, I hope you're doing well. In this video, I will be doing a updated flip through of my pocket bullet journal, and you can kind of see the section that I already used up because it's all wrinkled and stuff. So I've already done a flip through of this bullet journal maybe a month ago, and I will link that video down below. For that reason, I'm just going to quickly flip through the first few sections until the part where I left off, so that way you're not rewatching the same thing. So I think this is where I left off last time. And again, if you want to see the in-depth explanations of the previous few spreads, then I will link the video down below. So this was my October monthly. I think I already explained this, so let's move on. I haven't shown this spread before, I think. So this was my 2022 monthly kit tracker. Basically around October, I was really honing in on releasing the 2022 monthly kits in the Hobonichi Cousin, Hobonichi Weeks regular, and the 4 coordinating add-ons. And I did that for all 6 months, or the first 6 months of the year, January through June, and it was a lot to take on, and I just felt like I needed some sort of visual to see like where the end of the tunnel was, because it was just a lot. So yeah, I created this little checklist. I have the month here and then the format repeated, and every time I was done with something I just made a little check mark, and it was just so satisfying to finally finish off this page. So yeah, I definitely want to keep doing this whenever there is some sort of large design project. And then this was another week in October. Here I was using the doodled Days of the Week stickers, which I thought was really cute. And ooh, we had a washi delivery. That's exciting. Here I was making the GRE study tracker. I ended up studying more than 20 pages for most of the days, so it wasn't really too useful. This is continuing on. I really like how I did the little circle dates. And I studied at Quattro Cafe, and I got a few pieces from H&M, which I was really excited about. I think I also made a similar doodle in my Hobonichi Cousin, so yeah, I don't know. This seems really familiar for some reason. As you can see, these are very sporadic spreads, and also like I tend to skip certain days where I just don't feel like journaling. So you can see that I went directly from Monday to Wednesday, and I just skipped Tuesday. But you don't even notice it because I don't really make a big deal out of the fact that a day is skipped. So it's pretty cohesive. And then we have Saturday, just a simple to-do list. I finished Killers of the Flower Moon on this day, so I did a little reading. And then here I was creating a designing master list, but I didn't end up completing it because I moved the master list onto my digital, or rather I moved it onto my computer. So yeah, I didn't really end up using this very much. Again, it's really snowy and rainy outside, so you might hear a lot of cars. I do apologize about that. This is the second week, or rather the third week of October. I went with kind of like a green theme. Apparently this was a really heavy design day, and yeah, these few days I wasn't doing anything too creative, but rather just making straight up to-do lists and a few journal entries. This was Sunday. I think it was a really busy day, so that's why I took up the entire page. I made a section for to-do, designing, which I misspelled, thoughts, and reading. Not too sure how I feel about these headings that went directly on the line though. Looks kind of strange, I think. Then this was the fourth week of October, and I went with like a cool toned gray theme just because we were approaching Halloween and I was really excited. On this day, I made rosemary pull-apart bread for the first time, and it was the best thing I've ever baked, and I've baked it like 3 times since. So yeah, that was really, really good. And I actually created these like ingredient doodles just for myself, so they're not really available anywhere, but I just thought it was a fun way to keep track of the things that I cook and bake. This was kind of funny. So you can see that I started on Tuesday the 18th, and I literally just went one entire week without touching this planner. So yeah, that's why there's a double Tuesday. One's the 18th, one's the 25th. And I feel like I've said this a million times, but the only reason why I'm able to keep up with this bullet journal on top of my Hobonichi cousin and my other planners is just because I really don't care if I'm just too busy for this planner. I just pick up where I leave off and all is well. On this day, I made a bunch of phone calls, which made me very, very anxious, hence this emoji. I think on Wednesday or Tuesday, I can't remember which, I watched the movie Smile with my friend at the theaters. I really do not do well with horror movies or thrillers or anything like that, so that was an interesting experience. Here I made a little list of some things that I wanted to bake and cook, and this is actually a sticky note, and I just folded it over to the other side. And I did a little lettering from Anti-Hero, which is a song by Taylor Swift. Moving on, so this is the sticky note that's folded over, and I just conveniently used it as a checklist for this day, which I thought was really cool. Sorry, my mom just came up to ask a question. Anyways, where was I? I was using some deco stickers from Pixels by Vix for Thursday and Friday, and this was like a little, I guess, high-level overview of the things that I needed to do to finish off the 2023 holidays. And then this is where I started my master checklist of all of the holidays that I wanted to do. So I have this one page, second page, and third page, and it is quite overwhelming. The colored dots, it doesn't really mean anything. It's just to kind of mark which holidays are within a certain group. So here I know that anniversary is part of the general set, and then the blue one starts a new set, and this happens to be the Jewish holidays. So yeah, as I designed them, there was a lot of adjusting here and there. Also, like, some of the dates are wrong and some of the spelling is wrong. Not a worry. Like, when I did the final sheets, I made sure to double check everything, but this was just to help me keep track of everything that I needed to do. And then when I was done, I made this I am done doodle, which I was so excited about. So I don't know if you can tell or if it's just me, but these pages are kind of like wrinkly and stuff just because I kept flipping back to this page. And then I made a Black Friday weekend plan thing, but then as you can see by my update, yeah, we canceled Black Friday basically. And then here I wanted to letter in a quotation from one of Taylor Swift's songs, and I was so focused on the lettering that I wrote house instead of heart, and now this makes 0 sense, but I thought it was kind of funny. Here I was really upset about the fact that we had to skip Black Friday. Let's move on. And then here we have the November monthly spread, which I think is so beautiful. And again, I had to like draw in the canceled Black Friday stuff. But yeah, I went with more of a snowy, wintry theme. This calendar looks really cool, but I think it's just because, yeah, you can kind of see I messed up underneath, so I just covered it up with a sticky note. And I really like these like swatch headings. I think that looks really cool. Here I did kind of like a morning, afternoon, night thing. And then on Wednesday, instead of doing a to-do list, I just listed out all of the things that I did because it was a lot. Sunday, I did another morning, afternoon, night just to keep things organized. These cute stickers are also from Pixels by Vix. She makes really cute journaling deco stickers. Then third week of November, I drew in some things that I got from Jackson's Art Supplies, which I was really excited about. And I think I think this was part of a video of some sort. I did it on camera. This is Thursday and Friday, nothing too exciting there. Here I was doing a swatch of some of the Caran d'Ache colored pencils. I think I also showed this in a video when I was doing the hauls. So yeah, I won't talk too much about them. And here I was reading A Confession by Leo Tolstoy, and I was just writing down a passage. Oh, and this was Mom's birthday. Here we have Friday and Saturday. So I had to take some photos for the Advent reveals, which I should actually fill out all of these bullet points because I finished all of them. And I had a movie night, and we watched 2 movies, Tar and also Stalker. We're now on to the last month of November, and on Monday, I just randomly watched this video on YouTube called The Science of Sugar, and I found it really, really interesting, so I just took a bunch of notes up until here. And then here I was doing some swatches of the Tombow markers. On Wednesday, I started my sourdough starter, which I was really excited about, so I just made a little doodle of some of the supplies that I got. And I also got some skincare from this company called I'm From. It's like a Korean beauty brand. I'm trying this thing where I don't wear face makeup anymore just because I feel like my skin is getting really, really bad. So yeah, instead I'm gonna try to focus a little bit more on skincare rather than covering things up. So there's that. On Thursday, I had coffee with one of my friends. Her name is Vihara. We went to a cafe and we shared an Earl Grey cookie, which was so good. Oh my goodness, it was so good, but really, really dense. So I'm glad we had half. And we also each had a macaron. I had the espresso one, of course. She had the pistachio. And I also had a classic Americano, as always. This is my December monthly, which I have not really written in it yet. I just added in some general things, but I will go in and fill it out a little bit more throughout the month. And here I was just writing a little journal entry. I really like this color scheme and this little doodle scenery at the bottom. This was the second week of December. This was a habit tracker idea that I took inspiration from Perceive Grace on Instagram. Now, I know like she's definitely not the inventor of habit trackers that look like this, but whenever I see something and I just copy it, even if I know that they're not the inventor of that thing, I like to write down whoever I got the inspiration from just so I don't forget. But yeah, I created some trackers, one for working out, one for, again, wearing no makeup, and then one for cooking and baking. For the cooking and baking, it's not like whenever I cook anything or bake anything, I will make a check mark because I make lunch every day, so I technically cook every day, but it's more so like exciting recipes, just notable times when I cook and bake. I started off Monday with the scenery sticker because we had a lot of snow. Tuesday we had a binder delivery, and a random thought was I love dark chocolate celebration cookies. And then here I wanted to put down the sticky note, but it is way too tall, so I just ripped up the bottom scenery and taped it on top, if that makes any sense, so that it's not like fully cut off. Kind of weird. And then this is actually today. I just used the part that I ripped off onto here, and I wrote, "Life is meh sometimes." And as you can see, that is basically it for all of my spreads so far. I just realized we're on page 50, which is so satisfying. I didn't intend to wait until page 50 to do this flip through. But actually, how many pages are there? There are 121 pages, so we're a little under halfway through, which I still think is really good progress. So yeah, I'm very excited to continue with this pocket bullet journal. It's not like a super consistent thing, but I think the end result is so satisfying. Anyways, I hope you got some inspiration on just some sporadic things that you can do in your journal, and I will see you next week for a daily journaling vlog, which I have not done in a very long time, but I'm very excited because I'm basically going to be filming the prep for reopening my store, which I think will be very hectic but fun. So anyways, I will see you next week. Bye!